Why would someone come and work for you? Now, I recently bought a book about cricket. Why, you might ask? Because I'm a cricket tragic, and that's what we do. I've never been any good at playing cricket, but for almost 50 years now, I've followed cricket. I've gone to the cricket, I watched it on TV, listened on the radio, and now I listen to lots and lots of different cricket podcasts, and I read about cricket. And so when I heard that Jarrod Kimber had written this book about cricket, I bought it. That's not because I buy every book about cricket, I definitely don't, but because it was written by Jarrod Kimber and I know his reputation. I followed him for a while, I know the depth of his thinking, the way he thinks and what he thinks about, and I know what other people say about him. Jarrod has got, in my mind, his customer value proposition, CVP, he's convinced me of why I should do business with him, why I should be a customer. Now, if you take that whole idea of a customer value proposition, which every business, every organization has with their customers, and think about it from an employee's viewpoint, what's your business, what's your organization's employee value proposition, your EVP? In other words, why should they work with you? And this is really important if you want to attract the best people, because the best people do have a choice of where to work. And as they're looking around, they're looking at the EVP of each of these organizations. They don't use that term, but that's in effect what they're looking at. So what do you project from the outside for the best people to choose whether to even apply to work with you, and then whether they're going to accept what you offer them. So your EVP is hugely important, and the way that you create that EVP has changed. In the past, in pre-digital days, it used to be based on your premises and where you were located and what the office looked like. Then it became online with your website, your LinkedIn company page, the job ads that you put out on Seek, your public outwardly facing channels. Now, it's not only that, that's still important, but now it's also what other people say about you. And when you're talking about EVP, it's what your own employees are saying about you. Maybe people who've left the organization, what they're saying about you in online forums, in Reddit threads, in lots and lots of other different ways. All of these things go to make up your employee value proposition. It's part of your employer brand. And if you don't have a strong EVP, then it's much more difficult for you to attract the best people. And your EVP it has these three components to it. So one is what do you actually offer to employees and future employees. Two, the second part is, do you actually live by what you say you're going to offer? In other words, do you live by your employee values and what you outwardly say? And the third part is, even if you live by them and you've got this strong culture where you are living up to your what you're offering to your employees, do you have that external EVP, that external employee value proposition? So have you got those three things in place? You're offering the right things, you're then behaving the right way so that you've got that culture which matches that. And the third part is, do you have that external EVP that you're projecting out to attract the best people? And that external part is just as important as the other two. It's so important, in fact, that I think is one of the 4 key elements of the future of work. I call it the attract element. And very soon I'm going to be running a public online presentation about this attract element. It's about your employee value proposition and your employee brand or your employer brand to attract the best people. It's free, it's public, it's open to everybody. You'll find the link to register here, so please come along and feel free to invite other leaders in your team and your network as well. I'm sure you'll get value from it. I'll see you in the future.